heroes and heroines. After 9/11, Republican senators said that they do whatever it takes to rebuild. But yesterday, they betrayed their promise. They betrayed their promise by not giving us enough votes on the floor of the Senate to pass the James and Roga Health and Compensation Act. Republicans, you need to show America that remember 9/11 is more than a slogan. It's more than a bumper sticker. You need to show that you can put politics aside and do the right thing to take care of the men and women who rushed in to save the lives of others, who worked on the burning toxic pile to rebuild, to allow these buildings to go up. The least we can do as a grateful nation is to take care of those who take care of us. Senators Olympia Snowe and Susan Collins of Maine, we're looking to you for leadership. We need your leadership. We need your vote. Senator Murkowski, the firefighters and police officers supported you. The people supported you. Support the people now with your vote. Senators Ivanovich and George Lemieux, you want your last vote in the United States Congress to be denying the heroes and heroines the health care that they so justly deserve? Is that what you want your legacy to be? To be that you turned your back on the people that are suffering? We're in 2 wars because of 9/11. We changed our entire intelligence system because of 9/11. We changed the way that we review anyone who gets on a plane or cargo that goes into the belly of a plane or a ship. All this has changed because of 9/11. But we've forgotten the men and women who suffered the most, the veterans of 9/11, the veterans of the first act of the war on terrorism. Shortly after Pearl Harbor, Congress passed a comprehensive bill to take care of the men and women who responded to that attack on our nation. Where are they now to respond to take care of the men and women who took care of us? It is a moral outrage. It is a national scandal.
Let me, for the first time in years on this topic, disagree with God. The Republicans yesterday in the Senate did not forget the heroes and heroines of 9/11. They punched them in the face. They deliberately and with malice aforethought punched them in the face. They said to the heroes and heroines of 9/11, we don't care about you. We don't want to consider you. There were 58 members of the U.S. Senate, which is an absolute majority, more than a majority. Very few things got 58% of the vote, who supported this bill. There was one Republican senator who pledged to support this bill. That makes 59. What they voted yesterday was not to consider it. They didn't vote to reject the bill. They said it was not worth the Senate's time to even consider the health care and the rights and the victimization of the heroes and heroines of 9/11. And some of them did it because they don't want to consider this bill, period. And some of them did it as part of a Republican Party announced plan that nothing should get considered, no matter what the merits, get considered, not voted for or against. Nothing should get considered in the Senate until they get their way on the tax bill. Whatever you think of the merits of the tax bill, you should not preclude consideration of needed relief for the heroes and heroines and victims of 9/11. The idea that a partisan political consideration, that we will use leverage. What's the leverage? We will say to the Democrats, we'll say to people who care about the 9/11 victims, we won't consider helping them unless you make sure we get our way in the tax cut fight, regardless of the merits of what we think of the tax cut fight. That idea that we won't permit help to the 9/11 victims or consideration of help until we get our way in something else. And the tax cuts is just disgusting. It's disgusting. It is literally a punch in the face by the Republicans in the Senate to the 9/11 victims. Yes.
Thank you for your work, John Field. Let's give him a standing ovation.
I don't have to be as politically as correct as the congresswoman and congressman. I've earned that right to change my rhetoric today. I've done everything that the congresswoman and the New York delegation has asked of me and my group. I've even wore a suit and I walked the halls of Washington for years. We are tired, but we are not defeated. Tuesday I said, whoever doesn't think this bill gets passed, then leave. I am still confident this bill gets passed. But it's the Republican Party who has held our bill hostage. They are literally extorting the rest of the federal government until their bill gets passed to help millionaires before we help heroes. It's like, Congressman, I'll give you this dollar if you give me $100 first. No, then you don't get this dollar. That's what they're doing to us. It's an insult, it's an outrage to every man and woman who stands behind me, stands beside me, and stands in front of me. Those who are sick and dying, we're not stupid. We know what's going on. We know what's going to happen. Attach our bill to the Bush tax cut. It will be a bittersweet victory. It will be dirty and it will be tarnished, but it will save lives. What we learned on Thursday from the Republican Party is that circus bands can do a better job at politicking than those who serve the Senate now. The American people in the 9/11 community deserve better. Yeah. Yesterday, online, I ordered 42 red noses. I am going to hand deliver them to every office who voted no against our bill. And I hope, by the prayer of God, that I only have to deliver 38 or 39 of them, and I'll take the other 3 back with me. Because we know we're going to get some Republicans. When they stop drinking the Kool-Aid and they detox and come to their senses and have a moment of clarity and vote like an American, we will get this done. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Charles Wolf, and I lost my wife up in the towers on the 97th floor of Tower 1. These guys, these men and women, went there looking for my wife. They went there looking for anybody else's husband, wife, brother, sister, daughter, mother, father. And now we want to walk away from them. And I got to tell you something. It is not the Republican people of this country. It is the Republican senators. It is the Republican politicians that are against this. Because I am a Republican. I used to live in Indiana, and I got all kinds of family and friends and high school friends and college friends all around the country. And you should see my Facebook page. They are in support of this. It is the Republican politicians who are against this. Just because they got sick a little later. Someone who was standing here got killed by the falling debris. Well, guess what? They got killed from the uprising smoke from that debris. There's an old saying that says charity begins at home. We helped the Pakistani people when they had their floods. That was the right thing to do. Now, the right thing to do is to help these rescue workers, these first responders, the cleanup workers, because charity begins at home. Thank you. Right on.